You're going to need to upgrade your internet connection and maybe get a bigger monitor because multi-streaming from your own PC just got way easier thanks to the awesome people over at Aitum. Aitum Multistream is a new OBS plugin that takes multi-streaming to the next level and makes multi-streaming to different platforms, even in different qualities with different audio tracks, super accessible, and it enhances the vertical plugin to manage your vertical secondary streams too. This is wild. This is a huge upgrade on the previous multi-RTMP outputs plugin for OBS and works with Twitch Enhanced and VOD tracks too. This video is brought to you by the Elgato Stream Deck, the ultimate in stream control and management. The new XLR dock and USB hub expansion modules for the Stream Deck Plus helps you achieve your final form of ultimate power without taking up any additional space. Check them out at the link below. Download the installer and run it. If you use just a normal installed version of OBS, just click through it like normal, or choose your directory that you want it to go to if you use a portable build like I do here. Then Aitum Multistream is available under Docks. Now, for this kind of setup, I highly recommend having Twitch be the primary output for your profile here. This way you can use the VOD track option if you wish, or you could just use backing track and stay safe on all platforms like a smart streamer, backingtrack.gg. And you can enable enhanced broadcasting for your Twitch stream without any hassle. So for this configuration, I have a 4K canvas. Twitch is my primary stream in OBS itself, which for you would probably mean that you need to scale it to 1080p currently, but I'm testing the cool stuff and I get to stream 4K to Twitch, twitch.tv/EposVox, by the way, and then set up your normal Twitch output as you normally would. Then in Aitum Multistream, click the settings cog and add a new output for your main horizontal OBS canvas, and a vertical one if you want to use that as well. You can add YouTube, Trovo, TikTok if you actually have a stream key, and so on. By default, these secondary streams use the same encoder profile that your primary OBS stream is using. For a standard 720p or 1080p Twitch streamer, that's fine. But if you want to stream higher quality to YouTube, you'll want to set this up manually. Here you can choose HEVC or AV1 for YouTube and increase the bitrate. Remember, HEVC and AV1 are higher efficiency codecs that provide much higher quality for your bitrate and should virtually always be used for YouTube these days. You can also choose a different audio track or different audio bitrate here as well. Just paste in your stream key and you're good to go. If you use Twitch Enhanced Broadcasting, this works here too. You want Twitch to be your profile stream output, not added through this plugin. Stream once with Enhanced after having installed the plugin, and then when you choose your encoder for your secondary outputs, you'll see a list of encoder resolutions that Enhanced is sending to Twitch. You can then pick one of these to forward to another platform without wasting an additional encode session. This is huge, as I can pick the highest quality to forward to YouTube, a 720p or so quality copy to forward to Facebook or Twitter if I was a weirdo that pays for Twitter to be able to stream there, and to not have to worry about added encoder sessions or processing load. And again, if you install Aitum's vertical plugin and set up your vertical canvas, you can choose outputs for that here as well. For audio, remember that OBS gives you 6 audio tracks to play with. By clicking the 3 dots on an audio source in the mixer and going to Advanced Audio Properties, you can manually assign any individual source to a given track or exclude it. So you can route any specific audio source you want to a given track and choose that track for any multi-stream output. You can get as complicated or as simple with this setup as you see fit. Personally, I just send the same audio to all stream platforms, but you could play with it. You could stream so many different outputs at the same time with this plugin, but there are some important considerations with performance to keep in mind here. Encoding video on your GPU is a really powerful tool that makes crazy streaming setups like this possible, but the resources for it are not infinite. As of January of this year, NVIDIA users can have up to 8 individual encode sessions going at the same time. There's a driver limitation preventing any more. And while AMD and Intel don't exactly have the same kind of driver limitation, you'll see similar limitations in terms of raw performance. But depending on your settings, you might not be able to get away with that many. GTX 10 series and RTX 40 series NVIDIA cards, or at least the higher tier 40 series, it's complicated, have dual encoder chips, meaning they have a lot more headroom for multiple encodes at the same time and will thrive in this kind of workflow. But either way, if you plan on streaming to every site ever, I do strongly recommend a dual PC setup at this point. It will start to hinder your game performance and whatever else you're doing. If you're using Twitch Enhanced Broadcasting, you're already sending 3 to 5 encodes to Twitch alone, which eats up a lot of power and headroom, though you could limit the number of sessions it uses up in your stream settings here. You can also, again, save on sessions and overhead by using some of these existing Twitch enhanced streams to feed to other platforms by choosing the main encoder for that output in the plugin, and then choosing from the encoder selection list here, as I explained before. If you're having significant performance issues, consider changing the output scaling algorithm for each of your encoder settings that you are scaling down resolutions for to bilinear. This won't be as clear of a feed as bicubic or something like that, but it will perform a lot better. Otherwise, you may need to simplify your stream layout a bit or lower your canvas resolution, such as using a 1440p canvas instead of full 4K, for example, or do other things to reduce your load. Once you're ready to stream, you need to start your main stream within OBS first, and then you can fire off your secondary feeds in the Aitum Multistream dock once that stream has started. Keep an eye out for the magic smoke from your PC or the suits from your ISP knocking on your door. One of the more obnoxious hurdles with multi-streaming like this is managing your scenes, especially if you're using both a horizontal and a vertical canvas. The Elgato Stream Deck, today's sponsor, helps make that easy. Each key can be a unique screen-identified button to switch scenes, activate sources, mute your mic, and so on. And with pages, folders, and profiles, you can have nearly unlimited options. For managing my vertical canvas alongside my horizontal canvas, I use multi-actions, actions that execute multiple things at the same time from a single button press, alongside the assigned scenes function in vertical. Some of my vertical scenes automatically switch based on my normal canvas scene, but often I need to show things differently, and having a multi-action that can switch both canvases at once is super handy. I also have one that turns on all my lights for my stream too. Again, thanks to Elgato for sponsoring this video. Grab yourself a Stream Deck at the link below. To manage chat, my two recommended options are Caster Labs or the chat that comes with StreamerBot. Both can give you good multi-stream chat, though access to, some of the more esoteric stream platforms chats will be limited. The only real limitations left for multi-streaming in general are TikTok being absurd and not giving you actual stream keys anymore to use, and having to pay the muskrat for premium in order to be able to stream on Twitter. Which is funny, since all that stream serves for is a reminder to go watch your Twitch or YouTube stream anyway. Regardless, things are moving quite along. You'll just need some really fast upload speed to do all of this. Your internet needs to be able to handle all of this at once. And a lot of screen space for the ridiculous amount of OBS docks that we're all setting up these days. It certainly becomes a lot to handle, but I am very excited for the future, especially since you can now stream both vertical and horizontal streams to YouTube at the same time, as I covered in this video here, and I'm thinking pretty soon we might see a future where you can stream both within one feed to Twitch, as I teased in this video over here. Remember to be kind, rewind.